What's up, everybody? So I got my Corvette back, and you might be able to tell that this is not it. So I got my Corvette back, I think 3 days ago from the shop. It needed a torque converter and something else. So they had it for about a week and a half, and then I had that Cadillac loaner. So then I returned it, and then I got it about 3 days ago, and my check engine light came on. So now it needs a cat converter. so So I was back in the shop, and this is a loaner car, so I thought I'd show you guys around the 2017 Chevy Malibu. Has, I think, 160 horsepower. It's a little four-banger. About 3,100 pounds. So it's pretty slow, kind of basic, but I mean, it's nice. It's only 24,000 bucks. So that's not too bad for a car that's, I would consider this a full-size car, because you can get cars that are nicer, but not necessarily bigger. You know, that's a nice back seat, you know, especially for the price and everything. So it's a Chevy Malibu, so I've been driving it around all day, and some of my personal impressions is I kind of look for things that aren't here. I do miss that, you know, when people are passing by, the alert that it gives you that we don't have one of those. I guess cars don't really make CD players anymore. I guess I'm old school. I still have CDs because I was trying to connect my phone up to this, and you know, you can go to source, or what is it? I think it's source, and then so these are not available, the USB or the Bluetooth, but the USB was available earlier, so I was trying to get my phone hooked up so I can play Pandora through it. And I'm sure there's a way too. I couldn't figure it out, and so I just gave up on it. But so, and then the antenna isn't great, you know. So like stations, like I'm in Southern California, I'm in the Inland Empire. There, you know, there's apartments everywhere. There's like I'm not in a rural place whatsoever, and like this is a very popular station here, KRS 101. And it's kind of staticky at times, you know. So I'm sure that, you know, it's not horrible or anything, but you know, I do like my music. This is kind of a weird thing, you know. Most cars have wood or some kind of. They decided to go with like a felt design, and they put it all throughout on the seat. So I don't, maybe it'd be nice after a while, but I can see it getting dirty, and you know, especially like this is an armrest right here, you know, so I can see like having to you know, clean all that stuff up and everything that goes underneath, and I don't know, I'm sure it's just a cheap way to try to get a design thing going. So it's kind of basic in the front. The wheel just has, you know, has a little tiny screen in here that you can kind of select through stuff. Just basic stuff. So there's the average is 23.7 that I've been getting for the last 25 miles. So, and I admit I am not the best at fuel economy or saving fuel or anything to that nature. But in my opinion, the outside... This is a cool thing. The door opens up like an extra click. You know, most doors probably open about right there, but this one actually opens up even wider. So you got plenty of room to get in and out. So like I said, this is a little four-banger with the 160 horsepower. So it's not fast at all. It's not even zippy like the car companies say. But I think for the price, especially 24,000 bucks, I think it's a decent looking car. I think in the segment, it's probably one of the maybe nicer cars, you know. Got a big old trunk here. Now, I didn't do this. I didn't 30 it up. I just barely got it. So there's a big old mat here. And then underneath, you have a little donut. I used to laugh at little donuts, but in my Corvette, of course, we don't have anything, so. So it's, you know, basic transportation. I think it looks pretty good. It's definitely roomy. I'm just shy of 6'2", so that's where I sit normally. And so me sitting behind myself, you know, my knees are touching, but it's not too bad. And most people won't have the seat all the way back here. That's probably a position of a lot of people. And so that's probably a good 3 inches more space. So just a basic, you know, basic car with basic stuff. $24,000, like I said, is a pretty good price. I feel like there's a lot of value to the car. You know, for getting a brand new car. Let's see what's under the hood. All right. So, I guess Ecotech is for Chevy and the EcoBoost is for Ford. So it'd be super easy to work on, actually. It's one of the few newer cars that I've seen where it's you can kind of see everything. But yeah, like I said, 160 horsepower. So this is I think this is a 1L, I think they call it. So there's 4 different packages, and they have like a performance, not a performance, like a luxury package, or I forget what the wording is for it, but that one's $30,000, so that probably has leather, and maybe he changes this out for some wood. I'm not sure. But this is what they gave me, and I'm actually going in right now to change it in for the Cadillac XTS, because it's kind of cool. Since I have the Corvette, they always upgrade me to the Cadillacs. But they gave me this one because they just didn't have any, and then I went back to go get my stuff out of the car, and I saw a Cadillac. I was like, let me get that car. He's like, all right. So I love you, Chevy Malibu. It's actually, it's not a bad car. It's nice. You know, like I said, it's not fast. It's not luxurious. It's not super cool. But you know what? If I'm a dad and if I had kids and I need something practical, I need something with room, something that feels nice, something that makes me feel safe, this might be a way to go. One thing, while I was driving on the freeway right now, the tires really go with the lines more so than any car I've ever driven. And it didn't feel very secure while I was driving it. It felt kind of like, you know how like if you're driving in the rain and then, you know, you're kind of going back and, you know, you don't feel planted, you don't feel solid. I was kind of feeling that right now, and it wasn't raining. You know, it never rains in Southern California. It's actually a cloudy day, so this is the closest thing to snow and ice that we get is a cloudy 70-degree day. But as I was driving the car here, you know, it was kind of like, it felt kind of loose, you know. So if you think about getting the car, go ahead and make sure you drive it at 70, 80 miles an hour, so that way you can kind of experience what I'm talking about and make your decision from there. But like I said, you know, it's a brand new car, you know, and anytime you get a full warranty stuff, you know, again, $24,000 isn't that much, you know. It's a lot if you compare it to like some of these. I guess they have some cars now that are, you know, 13, 16,000. But if for a couple thousand extra, this is a large car. Like I said, there's plenty roomy back there. So this is like the size of a Cadillac or, you know, a mid Mercedes or something like that, but it's just not nearly as nice, obviously. I'm not crazy about the design here, but that's a personal, that's very subjective. I think they could have done a better job with this. But I mean, the storage space is good. They don't have any kind of plugins inside here, which most cars do now. But I did find, oh yeah, one there. And then this is that cigarette lighter one. Decent storage space, registration. But anyway, it's a nice car. It's a cool car. I wouldn't feel bad about pulling up somewhere in it. I think it looks really nice on the outside. I think the outside's nicer than the inside as far as looks. The engine's nothing to write home about. However, you can get up to speed really quick. You can get around people decently. Overall, it's a cool car. It's a nice car. I think it's a really good value. I think this car is gonna be best for its value. It's not gonna be like the nicest car or anything like that, but for what you pay for what you get, I think it's an absolutely great decision. And I'm glad to see some American cars kind of stepping it up a little bit. A few things that I think that blind side monitoring should be standard. It does have a rear camera, which is decent. It doesn't have the alerts that when you start to get close to something, it'll start letting you know. It sounds silly. I don't really use this, but I will use my mirrors in conjunction with that beeping that most cars do. And that's pretty helpful for me. And actually on the top of the gear shift here, it goes up and down, and like instead of paddle shifters, I guess. Whoa, I got something back here. I'm not sure what it is. Oh. I keep pushing it and the volume keeps going up, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out what it is. It's a volume. So I'm not so stupid. Okay, so sorry. The left one changes the station, and the right one, there's little buttons back here, changes the volume. You go up and down. And then of course you got the Bluetooth, and then this kind of controls the little screen over here, and then you got the cruise control. It's just a basic setup. You got the headlights and stuff down here. The sticks aren't too crazy. And the windshield wipers there, so it does have those cool white lights. I like those white lights that they have now. No lights on the mirrors. I never use those anyway, but in the Corvette I have colored lights, so stupid stuff to spend your money on. Anyway, guys, cool car, decent car. I think it's good value. I think it's comfortable, very comfortable. I think it looks good on the outside. I don't think it would be a bad decision to purchase one of these. Like I said, especially for the value. Personally, I would wait a year, let a couple guys purchase them and bring them back, and then get one for 15,000 miles and take a good chunk of change off that 24,000, so that way you don't lose any depreciation over a car that's kind of basic, but that's just my opinion, because I got my Corvette used and I saved a ton of money doing that. And like I said, it's been in the shop like every month since I've had it. And I haven't paid a nickel for anything except oil changes and tires and gas. So, and this is the first oil change I'm actually paying for, because the first couple were free. But so used through a dealership might be a good way to go. So there it is. Hey, I appreciate you watching the video. I'm about to get this Cadillac and check that thing out, the XTS, and hopefully get the Corvette back tomorrow. Go to the beach or something, celebrate. So yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know if you decide to get a Malibu, and let me know what you think about it. If you have one, let me know if you like it. If you agree with me or disagree, let me know. And thanks a lot for watching. Please subscribe. Let's get this channel going. I would like to do some cool stuff with the Corvette and some of my buddies that have different cars. So, all right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I hope to talk to you soon. Bye.